Hello, everyone. Welcome back to WordWise, where learning English is easy, fun, and absolutely free. Today, we have a brand new story. And this one is special. This one involves food, confusion, a very patient waiter, and one moment that I still think about at 3 in the morning when I cannot sleep. Okay, so let me set the scene for you. It was a Tuesday, a perfectly normal, perfectly innocent Tuesday afternoon. The sun was out, the weather was nice. I was walking down a street I had never walked down before, and I was hungry. Very hungry. The kind of hungry where your brain stops working properly and you make decisions you would never normally make. I saw a restaurant. Small place. Looked cozy. Had a nice sign outside, little tables by the window. The smell coming from inside was absolutely incredible. I thought, yes, this is the place. This is where I eat today. So I walked in. The waiter came over immediately. Very friendly, very welcoming, and he handed me the menu. Now, menu. Remember that word. A menu is the list of all the food and drinks that a restaurant offers. You look at it, you decide what you want, you tell the waiter, he brings it. That is the system. Simple, clean, perfect system. Except, and here is where things start to go wrong. The menu was not in English. It was not in any language I recognized. Every single word was a complete mystery to me. I flipped through the pages. Page 1, mystery. Page 2, more mystery. Page 3, a picture. Finally, a picture. But the picture was just a drawing of the restaurant itself, which was not helpful at all. Now, a normal person in this situation would do one simple thing. They would look up, they would smile at the waiter, and they would say, "Excuse me, do you have a menu in English?" Or even just point and say, "English?" 2 letters, very easy. Problem solved. But did I do that? No, and why not? Because of a little thing called pride. Pride means you feel good about yourself. Sometimes, honestly, too good. So good that you refuse to admit when you are lost, confused, or completely out of your depth. Pride is that voice in your head that says, "I can handle this. I don't need help. I am a capable adult who can figure out a menu in a foreign language through sheer willpower." Pride lies to you every single time. So instead of asking for help, I sat there for a full 5 minutes staring at the menu, like I was trying to decode a secret message. I nodded slowly like I understood. I turned the pages confidently like I was making a thoughtful decision. The waiter came back twice and asked if I was ready. Both times I said, "Just 1 more minute," in the most confident voice I have ever used in my life. And then, I pointed, I just picked a random item somewhere in the middle of page 4, and I said, very professionally, "I'll have this one, please." The waiter looked at my finger. Then he looked at me. Then he looked at my finger again. And he said something in his language that I did not understand. But his expression told me everything I needed to know. His expression said, "Are you absolutely sure about this?" And I, full of pride and absolutely zero information, said, "Yes, thank you." He walked away. I sat back in my chair. I felt, for approximately 30 seconds, very good about myself, very adventurous, very open-minded. I am the kind of person, I thought, who just orders things without knowing what they are. I am spontaneous. I am brave. And then the food arrived. My friends, I want to describe what was on that plate, but I genuinely do not have the vocabulary. It was green. Multiple shades of green. There were things in it that I could not identify. It had a smell that was interesting, complex, very present. The waiter placed it in front of me with a completely straight face, which I respected enormously, and he walked away. I looked at the plate. The plate, I felt, looked back at me. And here's where our second word comes in, commitment. Commitment means you decide to do something and you follow through completely, no matter how difficult it gets. You made a choice and you honor that choice. Athletes talk about commitment. Students talk about commitment. And apparently I now talk about commitment in the context of eating unidentified food in a small restaurant on a Tuesday afternoon. Because I committed. I picked up my fork. I took a breath. And I ate. Slowly, carefully, 1 bite at a time, I worked my way through that entire plate. Was it good? I honestly cannot tell you. My brain was so busy, being confused, that it forgot to decide if it was enjoying the experience. It was an adventure. A full, complete, immersive culinary adventure. At one point, A couple at the table next to me leaned over and looked at my plate with very wide eyes. That was not encouraging, but I kept going. Commitment. When I finished, I sat back in my chair and I felt something very specific. Not satisfaction exactly. More like relief. And relief is our third word today. Relief is the feeling you get when something difficult or stressful is finally over. When you finish a hard exam. When a long flight lands safely. When you eat the last bite of a mystery dish and realize you are, in fact, still alive. That is relief. Beautiful, pure, honest relief. The waiter came back, saw the empty plate, and gave me a look that I can only describe as impressed, maybe a little surprised. He said something, I smiled and nodded. He brought me the bill. I paid, I said thank you in every language I knew, and I walked out into the sunshine. I sat on a bench outside. I took a long breath, and I had a very serious, very honest conversation with myself and about pride, about assumptions, about the simple act of asking for help when you need it. It was a long conversation. The bench was comfortable. I needed the time. Quick recap, let's go through our words. Word number 1, menu. The list of food and drinks in a restaurant. Always read it. If you cannot read it, ask for help. There is no shame in asking. There is only shame in pointing at random items and hoping for the best. I know this now. Word number 2, in pride. Feeling good and confident about yourself. Not always a bad thing. Pride can motivate you. Push you forward, make you work harder. But when pride stops you from asking a simple question, from admitting you are confused, from saying, I don't understand, then pride becomes a problem. Check your pride at the door, especially in restaurants. Word number 3, relief. The wonderful feeling when something hard or stressful is finally finished. I felt a huge sense of relief. When the exam was over, she sighed with relief when the flight landed. He sat on a bench outside a small restaurant and breathed in pure, sweet relief after finishing. A plate of something green and unidentified. All correct uses, all based on true events. So there you go. 3 words, 1 mysterious plate, 1 very patient waiter, and 1 Tuesday afternoon I will never forget. That is the deal we have. I suffer, you learn. It is a fair deal. I have accepted it. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever ordered food with absolutely no idea what it was? Have you ever let pride stop you from asking for help and then deeply regretted it? Go to the comments right now and tell me your story. I am waiting. I want every detail. I want to feel less alone in this. And if you are not subscribed to WordWise yet, what are you waiting for? It is free, it is fun, and every single episode we learn new words, new stories, and new ways to make your English stronger and more natural. Just hit that subscribe button. Join our WordWise family. We are very happy to have you. This is Mr. Robert signing off. Keep learning, keep laughing, and please, for the love of everything, just ask the waiter if they have a menu in English. The mystery dish is not worth it. I speak from experience. See you in the next one.